Welcome back everyone. Today I will recap a 2020 Indonesian supernatural horror film named Arwah Tumbal Nyai the Trilogy, Part Tumbal. Before we start, it is a request to please like and comment on the video as it will help us to grow our reach. At the beginning of the movie, we see Dewi playing a record and getting happy listening to a song. Then after some time when her husband Arya comes home, he sees that she is sitting upset. She asks him why her mother doesn't want to live here at her grandmother's house, to which he says maybe she didn't want to think about her grandfather. Actually, both of them got married recently and they leave for their honeymoon. Now when they reach the hotel, Dewi hears from a room the same song she was listening to at home, and she sees that the room's number is 636. Now even that evening, when she is passing in front of that room, she hears the same song again. She is about to open the door of that room, but a man stops her. Arya comes there after he leaves and asks her why she is watching this room. She says it seems there is something in there, to which he says it's just her feeling. After this, both of them are enjoying in the swimming pool when Dewi encounters a very horrifying ghost there, which scares her badly. Arya asks her what happened and why she is looking so scared, but she is so scared that she cannot speak anything. Now at night she hears the same song again and sees that some movement is happening behind the curtain. Something then starts moving towards her, due to which she gets scared, but then it suddenly disappears. The next day, an elderly man tells her that she already called it, after which he gets down from the lift and looks back at her before entering the ladies' washroom. Dewi also goes after him, but she does not see him anywhere, and when she looks into a toilet, its door gets closed. She screams for help, and Arya rushes in to help her, but some unseen force throws and drags him away. After some time when she comes out, she finds Arya's dead body there, and we see the ghost girl watching her. Now here we see a flashback that earlier Dewi was in a relationship with a man named Eric and they were about to get married. Their car broke down that night and when Eric went to check on it, Dewi was haunted by that girl's ghost. She goes to Eric and asks him if he is okay, but only then the ghost drags Eric away and kills him. Back to the present, Dewi with her friend Dimas visits a psychic called 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄𝐿. She tells them that there is a right to summon a ghost that nobody knows, that is playing a vinyl record with the song 𝐂𝐃𝐿𝐶𝐂𝐿. Dimas asks her why this happens, to which she says there was a witch who was burned by a mob. He asks her what should they do to keep those ghosts away from Dewi, to which she says they should close this game. Dewi says she doesn't believe Dharmi, to which he says she can see the past, and the proof is that she also knows about the vinyl. She asks him how a vinyl record could summon dead people, to which he says but that's the reality, that ghosts keep on coming and terrorizing her and killing everyone she loves. That night, she again hears the song, and when she goes to tell Dimas, she finds him sleeping. Now when she goes out to check, she gets shocked to see Dimas sleeping on the couch there. She runs to his room to wake him up saying she saw him in the living room. She brings him with her to the living room, but suddenly he disappears. Dimas then wakes up and asks her what happened. He tries to convince her that he is Dimas, but Dewi couldn't believe what she just saw. He hugs her to calm her down, and we see that girl's ghost watching her. The next day, she asks him if he heard a child sing 𝐂𝐃𝐿𝐶𝐂𝐿 song last night, to which he says no, and last night he was up until 4 AM on the porch. Dewi gets shocked to hear this and asks him if he had hugged her last night, to which he says no. She asks him then who was hugging her, and she starts doubting that maybe this too is not Dimas. She asks him to go away, but Dimas tries to calm her down saying that he is Dimas and promises her that he will keep her safe. Later, Dewi's mother Rati asks her if she played that record again, and tells her now that ghosts will try to kill her. Before grandmother died, she gave these records to her, and she told her that it cannot be played until the time comes, and now is the time. She asks Irvin to play the record, from which they learn that they have been told to plant the heirloom dagger above her grave so her spirit can go to the afterlife. Dewi asks her how grandma died, and here it is revealed that her grandma was none other than that witch, but Rati tells her she died of a disease. She then tells Dimas that Irvin is going to stay here. Later, Dimas asks Dewi about Irvin, to which she says he is the son of her mom's friend, and he likes her, but she doesn't think he is a nice person. That night, Dewi hears kids' voices in her house, and when she goes out to check, she falls into the pool, and a ghost tries to kill her by pulling her leg. Dewi struggles but manages to free herself and get out of the pool, and Dimas and Irvin also reach there hearing her screams. She tells her mom that the ghost wants to kill her, and she tries to calm her down. Dimas calls Dharmi the following day, who tells them that there are two spirits who bother her friend. One is an old woman, and the other one is a girl, and they come for revenge. Dewi asks revenge with whom, but Rati asks her to go away and not try to scare her daughter. Dewi tells her mother that what Dharmi saying is true, but she asks her not to believe her. She asks her to explain to her why every man that in love with her dies a horrible death, to which Rati does not have an answer. Later, she finds that old man in her house, who tells her that they are going to kill her. He asks her to listen to that song until finishes. Only then Demas comes there and the old man disappears. She tells him about the old man, but he says she was talking alone earlier. She tells him that the old man asked her to listen to that song, and as they were about to play that record, Ratty stops them saying that they will never play that song again. Devi tries to explain to her that if they listen to this till the end, they will know what they're supposed to do. But Ratty takes that record and leaves there. She then hides that record in a storeroom. But when she is coming back from there, she encounters a girl's ghost on the stairs, fearing that she starts running away from there, but she sees the same ghost above. She comes down from there and goes to the balcony, where she is haunted by another ghost. Devi and Demas come out of their rooms hearing her screams, and when they come out to check, they find her dead body there. Now after a few days, Devi finds a diary of her mother, from which she comes to know that her grandmother was the witch who was set up on fire by the mob. She tells Demas that they will have to take grandma's photo to Dharmi, but they find another photo behind it in which her grandmother is accompanied by some other women. Dharmi tells them that all the women in this picture are witches, but she is unfamiliar with one of them. Later that night, Devi comes to Demas and says she doesn't know why she wants him with her tonight. Demas finds it strange, and then Devi starts dancing with him, but we see in the mirror that she is actually a ghost. Here Devi is sleeping in her room when she hears some voices asking for her help. When she comes out to check, she finds Demas' dead body there, and she becomes deeply saddened by his death. Later, she asks Irvin if he killed Demas, but he tells her that every man she loves will die because she is an offering. She asks him what does he mean by an offering, to which he says that what she has to find out. She then returns home and begins searching for that record, but only then she sees the ghost of that girl, due to which she gets terrified and hides inside an almirah, but even there that ghost haunts her. Irvin comes there hearing her screams and helps her to get out of that almirah, and by then that ghost had disappeared from there. Now they both go to Dharmi's house for help, but they find the door of her house is open and it is very dark there, and as they enter her house, they get shocked to see Dharmi's dead body there. They then return home and start looking for the record, but during this Irvin gets a box, inside which they finds the same photo. Irvin asks her if is there an attic in this house. They then go to that attic to find that record, and we see that ghost there. But before Devi could face her, Irvin finds the record. They then play it, and here we are shown a flashback, in which little Devi is playing with some of her friends. But her grandmother catches a girl named 𝐀𝐄𝐒 and takes her away. 𝐀𝐄𝐒 screams for help, and when her mother comes there, she sees grandma standing near a well with 𝐀𝐄𝐒 reciting some spells, and then she pushes them both into the well. Now Devi understands that 𝐀𝐄𝐒 wants to take revenge on her because she didn't help her. She tells Irvin about her, and that her mom and grandma never took her to grandma's village again after that. Irvin grabs a dagger from there and tells her that they must find their graves. They go to Devi's village at her grandmother's house, and Irvin says it looks like someone lives in this house as it's so neat and clean. Devi goes to a room where she encounters a woman, and she asks her who she is. The woman says she is Sari, the housekeeper. Devi asks her if she knew that grandma killed 𝐀𝐄𝐒 and her mother, to which she says yes. Sari reveals that 𝐀𝐄𝐒 was an offering, as she was born on the night of 1 Suro. A woman that was born on the night of 1 Suro night must be killed to give more powers to grandma. Devi says she is also born on the night of 1 Suro, to which Sari says she can't fall in love with men because every man that she loves will be killed by wandering spirits, and she will be sought by the witch and killed for adding their mojo. Irvin asks if that is the reason, then why 𝐀𝐄𝐒's mother was also killed, to which Sari says she was interfering with grandma's intention. He asks her if she knows where they are buried, and she takes them to the well and tells them that their corpses are in this well. Later that night, Devi hears some voices in the house, and she finds 𝐀𝐄𝐒 playing alone outside the house. She apologizes to her saying that she wanted to help her but her mom forbade her. She asks her if will she forgive her, but she gets terrified as 𝐀𝐄𝐒 turns her head, and the next moment she disappears from there. Only then do they hear some strange voices, and suddenly some entity enters the house. They then reach the well to stab that dagger into their graves, and he tells Devi that he is going down. As he enters the well, Devi notices the ghost standing behind them, and they run away, causing Irvin to fall into the water. He finds 𝐀𝐄𝐒's ghost there, who drags him into a different realm. Here Devi returns home, where too she gets haunted by the ghost, and when she tries to flee, she sees Sari sitting on a chair there and finds that she is dead. She then runs from there and hides in another room, but there too she finds 𝐀𝐄𝐒's ghost sitting above the almirah. Meanwhile, Irvin finds a lot of skeletons there and he stabs one of them and destroys the spirits. He then comes out of the well and faints. Devi comes to him and tries to wake him up, but she thinks that he is dead. However, he wakes up and asks her if she is okay. Now after a few days, Devi finds a box in her house that contains an artifact, and she remembers that she saw that same artifact with Rosma and 𝐂𝐂𝐒. She then goes to that hotel with them, and they put their artifacts in a groove outside room 636, causing the lock of that room to open, and as they enter the room, they get haunted by many ghosts. Here they also find the same photo on the wall that Devi had found behind her grandmother's photo, and the women in those photos were the grandmothers of all three. There was also a man in that photo, and he is the same old man whom Devi had met, and that fourth woman was actually Dharmi. These three girls were born in the night of one Suro and were offerings, so their grandmothers finally killed them and sacrificed them, and at the end we see them in a picture on that wall. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon never to miss new video updates. Thanks for watching.